In this video, first of all, we will discuss about creating a file. We can create a file by using an application software. If you remember in the previous class, that is second standard, we had used few application software like calculator. I'm going to show you the calculator. If you remember, this is the application software which we had used in the second standard for adding numbers, multiplying and subtraction, etc. Similarly, if you remember, there is one more application that we had used, that is MS Paint, or we can say Microsoft Paint, or we can simply say Paint. If you remember, all of you are familiar with this window. This is the Paint application window, where we can draw pictures and we can also fill colors within the picture. So we can do only one specific kind of work in this paint, that is, we can only draw pictures and fill color in them. But if somebody asks you to add two numbers using Paint application software, then we will not be able to add the numbers or subtract the numbers, because for that we have to use calculator, another application software. So what is application software? A software in which we can do only one specific kind of work. Like in calculator, we can do only calculation, one specific work we can do. Similarly, in Paint we can do only one type of work, that we can draw or we can create pictures. Now I will close this application. Now we will learn how to open one more application software, that is Microsoft Word. To open it, I will click on Start button. Then from the Start menu, I will locate Microsoft Office. This is Microsoft Office option. I will click over it, and then we will locate here Microsoft Word 2010. With the help of left mouse button, we will click over it, and the application window of Microsoft Word 2010 will appear on the screen. This is the blank page of Microsoft Word, and you can see this blinking line. This blinking line is called cursor. Here we can type the text in this blank page. I'm going to type here Mount Carmel School. So after completing our work in this application software, we can save our work. What do you mean by save? Save means if we save our work, we will be able to use it later on, or we can say we can use it in future. Like we write in our notebook. Why we write in our notebook? So that we can revise it in future or in later on, that is during exams or during test or before test. So by writing in the notebook, we are saving our work for the future. Similarly, by saving our work in computer, what we will do, we are saving it for the future, and we can use it anytime whenever needed. To save a file or in a in a computer, we have to click on this file tab. This is the file tab. There are more tabs like home, insert. We will discuss in the next class or the higher classes, but first of all we will use this file tab, this blue color tab. Okay, so I will click over this with the help of left mouse button, and there is option here that under this tab, that is save. So we will click on this save option with the help of left mouse button. If I click over it, so a new window, a small window will appear on the screen, and name of this window is Save As, or we can say Save As dialog box appears. This small window is also called Dialog Box. In this dialog box, here it asks file name. You can see here it says file name. Here we have to type the name of the file. which we want to give to our file. You can see these words Mount Carmel School are there. This area is called text box. This is the reason this box is also known as file name text box. Now either we can press delete key from the keyboard to remove this because it is already selected. You can see a blue color, okay, is there around the text, around these words. This means it is selected. So either we can press delete key or we can start typing the name of the file which we want to give. If I press delete key, you can see the cursor is blinking in this box. Okay, now we can type here name. I'm going to type here the name of a file, class 3rd. After typing the name in this file name box, we will click on save button. But before we click on save button, we have to look at this location of this save as dialog box. Here we can see the path where we are going to save our file, or where our file will be created. So if we click on save, the file will be saved, or we can say created in which folder? Documents folder. If I click on save button, the file will be saved. Now to check that where my file is created, what I will do, I will open the documents folder. To open this documents folder, okay, what I will do, let me close this one first of all by clicking on this close button. Now if you remember, last time in the last video we had discussed about Windows Explorer. So I will click on this computer icon, double click on this computer icon to open the Windows Explorer, and here this is the folder, documents folder, where we have saved our file. So where we have saved our file that we have created. So I will double click over it to open it, and we will locate here, or we will search for our file. So our file name is class 3rd. So this is our file. By pressing left mouse button over it, we can select it. Now you can see a blue color around it. This means this file is selected. Now to open this file, what we will do, we will double click over this file. If I double click over this file, okay, again the Microsoft Word application window will appear, and we can see again same text, or the line is there, Mount Carmel School. Even if I close this and if I open it again, same, okay, same will open again. So in this way, okay, we can open the file which we have created. Next is renaming a file or a folder. Now to rename this file, what we will do, we will press right mouse button from the keyboard. Rename means if we want to change its name. I will right click over it. When we will press right mouse button, a shortcut menu will appear. This is the shortcut menu. In this shortcut menu, there is an option rename, this one. If I click over it, the file name will get highlighted, or we can say selected. Now we can type here new name, like 1st, 3rd class. Okay, so I have changed the words. Earlier the file name was class 3rd, now I have changed it to 3rd class. After that we can press either enter key, or we can press left mouse button anywhere on the blank area. So we have renamed this file. Similarly, we can rename a folder. I'm going to close this window, and this is the folder which we have created last time, class 3rd. If you remember, to rename this folder, we have to bring the mouse pointer over this folder, and then we have to press right mouse button over it, and a shortcut menu will appear, and there is option rename. same option, rename. We will press left mouse button over it, and again the folder name will be highlighted, and here we can type the new name from the keyboard, and then either we can press enter key from the keyboard, or we can click anywhere on the blank area using left mouse button. Name a folder also. So this cover ups the lesson.